Former national shooter Aishah Samad is a step closer to returning to the range. Aishah lost all her limbs last year after contracting a severe bacterial infection. Last Friday, the 41-year-old mother of two returned from Scotland, where she had a pair of advanced prosthetic hands fixed to her limbs. Aishah won the bronze medal during the 2003 SEA Games. With her prosthetic arms, she hopes to represent Singapore in shooting at the 2016 Paralympic Games. And Aishah joins me now in studio to talk about her Paralympic ambitions. Aishah, congratulations, and can I shake your hand?
Sure.
Wow, that is a pretty iron grip. How are you taking to it? How are your feelings about your new limbs?
New limbs, I feel very happy because at least I can pick some stuff using my hands and shake people's hands. And I feel proud of myself because, after what I went through, I'm still down here smiling.
Yes, I think you've got a lot of courage. I mean, coming back on your feet like this. How do your family feel about your new limbs?
They feel very happy for me also because they know that this is what I wanted, and they have been very supportive all this while with what I want and what I do not want. They're all very supportive.
Okay, so now you have some practice to use it now. Are you more comfortable with it? What do you still find difficult to do?
I am still practicing on how to eat on my own because, whenever I rotate my hands, it will go 360 degrees and I will miss the food. And then sometimes it will just go off the plate, like how you can see, sometimes I do not usually practice during my mealtime because a hungry woman will be very angry. Then I will just practice, not during my mealtime, but just to try using the fork and spoon by itself.
That must be quite frustrating for you.
At times, yes, but I think this is just the part and parcel of the new prosthetic arms, and with more practice I can just make it perfect.
Right, and can you tell us how does it work?
It's actually connected with this myo sensor and then connects to my nerves, so whatever I want this thing to do, like say I want to clench it, so it will go clench, like I just flex imagining I'm flexing my wrist, so it goes in, it goes down, and flex up, it will go open. And sometimes I can also rotate 360 degrees, by clenching my wrist itself, my hands. I need more practice.
And speaking of practice, what are the special exercises that you have to do?
I have to do more exercises on the hands so that I feel that this is part of me, because this pair of hands are not light. It's heavy. I mean, because it's only stick to my stump, and then I could feel the weight. But the more I put on more strength on the hand, the more lighter it will become. The more I feel that it's part of me.
All right. Let's talk about your career. You have said you want to be in the next Paralympics. What drives you?
Actually, what drives me is my passion, I think. Yeah, because that's what I've planned before my incident last year. And then things happen, and that I have to be amputated. But because that drives me more into going back to shooting is because the communities in Singapore, they are very supportive. They contributed a lot to what I wanted to get these prosthetic hands to go back to shooting. I mean, I'm taking this opportunity to thank everybody in Singapore to contribute during the fundraising to make this possible for me.
And speaking of fundraising, any word on getting a sponsor?
Yes, you're talking about sponsor. During my talk with a friend of mine in Malaysia, Mr. Tan, I told him that, I was talking to my ex-teammate that I need to have a sponsor. She told me that I need to have a sponsor for my shoot, and that I was quite demoralized and quite down because the rifle is not cheap. It cost me a few thousands, and then if I were to shoot for two events, air and the small ball, I will have two rifles, because if I were to loan the rifle, I'm going to do a lot of adjustment to suit my hands. So I told a very good friend of mine in Malaysia. He says that he's a very good contact with Walter, a company which sells a weapon from Germany. So he tried to contact, and at least it boosted up a little bit of my morale to, there's always hope. There's a will, there's always a way.
Thank you, Aishah, and all the best to you.
Thank you so very much.
And I was speaking to Aishah Samad. She won the SEA Games shooting bronze medal in 2003, and she hopes she will do just as well, if not better, in the 2016 Paralympic Games.